Hello, my name is Simone Slater and I'm an independent Kaszazz consultant in Tasmania, and I'd like to introduce you to this fantastic little machine here, the Bellish Ezy Press. It's an A4 roller die cutting and embossing machine, and so what's great about that is that you can cut really big dies out, anything up to A4 size like these ones. Okay, and it comes with all the mats that you need. Okay, so there's 5 of them. We have our base mat, and we use that for all our cutting and embossing, and we have our embossing pad, which is B, and a floppy mat to go with it, and we have our C mat, which is for our standard paper cutting dies. We have our D mat, which is for our thick paper cutting dies, and we also have this other one, X pad, which is for all other brand dies. Now, this machine is compatible with most leading dies and brands, but it's not compatible with the Sizzix Originals, the Biggs dies and Tim Holtz dies, because they're far too thick to fit through a machine. So if you're unsure, just ask your nearest consultant. Alrighty, and another thing that's great is it's portable, very lightweight and portable, so you can take it anywhere. You can store the handle in this little candy compartment up the top here, and it just goes on like that. Alright, and what I also like to do is store all my other little dies in here as well. Okay, and if you notice on the dies, it's also got some instructions on there, and it tells you what pads that you need to go with the dies. So on this one, it will say thick paper die, use pad A and D, so it's really easy. Alright, and also there's instructions across the front here that also gives you handy little ideas about which pads to use, but you won't need that before long because you'll get so used to them, it'll be easy. Okay, so the plates, these come out and extend out like that, and we also have a little lever down here which helps it suction to the table so that it doesn't move. Alright, so then we're ready to use it. Okay, what I'd like to show you is how to make this little card here, and how to cut the circle out of the front of it. And what I've used for that is the 8th circle out of this set here. Alright, so what you need first of all is a piece of card measuring 10 by 5 inches long and folded and scored in half. Alright, so you always put your dies with the cutting side up, and you place that over the centre like that. And always too with your texture side down, because if you notice on your mats there's marks on it from where you use the dies. Now that's quite normal, but if you don't want to mark the card, the side of the card that you want to see, if you put it upside down, then that won't be affected. Okay, and so now I am going to flip it over because I can't see where my circle is and how to centre it. So if I flip it over, still got the same stack, but now I'll be able to see where it is. Alright, so place that in the centre like that. And then pop the mat back down. And you can put it through that way as well, which is fine. Now when you're winding it through, make sure it's quite easy. If it becomes really difficult when you're winding, just check you're using the right pads for the right dies, because it should be really easy. Okay. Alright, so that's what it looks like there, and all you've got to do is just pop him out like that. So there we have our circle cut out. Okay, the next thing I'd like to show you is how to stamp the part in the middle. Now you just need a 4.5 by 4.5 inch piece of card. Alright, and I'm using a script stamp and vintage photo distress ink. Okay. So you just need to ink that up all over with the distress ink. So if you just smooch the pad around like that first, it just helps to release a bit more of the ink, and then just tap all over like that. Alright, make sure we got it up the right way. and just straight through the centre. Alright, there's our script. Okay, now I'm going to stamp some grass with Peel Paint Distress ink, and that's out of our, using the stamps out of our springtime set. So this is our grass. And I'm just going to stamp it once, about halfway on the side and about halfway up. Okay, and next I'm just going to use a little flower, same colour. Alright, and I'm just going to go up about 3/4 of the way with this one. And then another little flower, little iris. And about just a bit over halfway and more to the middle. Alright. Now you have your stamped image. And what I like to just do is, using our sponging tool and the Peel Paint again, just going to dab that in there and just edge all the way around it just to finish it off. Just gives it a little frame. Now I'm just going to work a little bit more in the corners. So I think it just frames it up beautifully when you do that. Okay. And there we go. Okay, now the next thing I want to show you is how to stamp the little word. So I've just got a little piece of paper here, and I'm going to stamp directly on that. Or you can just stamp on a bigger piece and trim around it if you like, and using the same Peel Paint Distress ink. Okay, make sure I've got it up the right way. And again, I just like to sponge around the edges, just to enclose it and finish it off. Okay, there we have it. Alright, now just to attach that piece we did earlier, just use some super tape. What I do next is to attach the ribbon, just using this 3mm super tape. Just put that directly across the bottom. No, maybe a little bit lower than that. Okay, like that. Cut that off. Alright, and then just peel that off. I'm just using some lime organdy. So I'm just going to line that up along the edge. And if you do it this way, instead of putting the tape on your ribbon, you get your ribbon nice and straight. It's really hard to put tape across ribbon and keep it flat and nice. So if you put the tape on your product first, makes putting ribbon down really easy. Just trim that off. And with a little bit of magic mount, just put your sentiments across the bottom. sticking to my fingers. Okay, there we go. Okay, lastly, show you how to do the butterfly. You just need a little bit of vellum. Alright, and then I've just using a butterfly stamp, and again the Pure Paint Distress ink. Okay, and it does take a couple of minutes to dry, so if you're very careful with a heat gun, if you're impatient, you can dry it off, or just leave it for a few minutes if you don't want to smudge it, but I'm just going to proceed and hopefully we won't smudge it. Okay, and we're just using our Kaszazz butterfly punch here to punch it out. Okay, alright, and then just out of our scrap circle, another butterfly. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a bit of glossy. Now, I just like to put a pin in there because sometimes it gets a little bit blocked. Just to release that there. Okay, and just a small amount down the centre of the green butterfly. Attach him like that. And then just a little bit of Magic Man on the back of the butterfly. Okay, and just pop it anywhere in there, and then you can just lift his little wings up a little bit. And there you have your finished card. If you would like to purchase any of the products seen today or just have some inquiries, you can go to the website at www.kaszazz.com, or you can contact them on 1800 649 191, or alternatively you can go to my blog at www.simone-kazazzconsultant.blogspot.com, and I'll be only too happy to answer any questions, and you can contact me through there. Thank you so much for watching my video.